I'm John Fox from John West. I am having a Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc adventure, and we're in the 4th layer. What do I mean by the 4th layer? Well, we're going through the Kate's trial. Let's click on the screen.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
Yes. Sorry, I'm going to continue talking. We've been going through the class trial, and we've had 3 suspects, and we're clearly about to move on to our 4th assumption, and we've never gone on to a 4th assumption before. So that's the mistake I made, not realising there'd be a 4th. You know what? No, that's a lie. I considered there'd be a 4th. I basically said, my theory was that Ari killed her, but with Sakura's cooperation. Now, what I think what they're about to reveal is that Sakura did it, and Ari figured out that that's what happened. Which isn't quite the same, but I feel like I'm in the general ballpark. Like, in my explanation, Ari didn't do it out of malice, right? So, like, Sakura willingly drunk the drink. That was my premise. And if that's correct, can we count that as a win for me? Or did I get it wrong because I said it was Aoi? Because clearly Aoi didn't get the drink, Aoi just put it back. I'm not sure. Like, I think I'm gonna put it down as a win. That she shut the door on herself and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna take it as a win.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
She committed suicide.
I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
And I did say, right at the start of the game, I said, like, we can aim for the paintings, which means a painting can kill someone. Not a painting, a picture. And I did say before the trial, if it's the person committing suicide, then that leaves more people for the later cases.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
And it's on her shoe. Yes, and I knew that going in. That was part of my initial theory.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
Would have been Sakura.
I got it!
I got it!
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Another bullet time battle fight.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Okay, I didn't know which one it was, because there's yellow powder on the shoe, but I don't know, it didn't say yellow powder on the shoe.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
I've not heard the term instep. I don't know anything about trainers.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
One had killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. I love that you can select him. And people who have been long dead.
Here's my answer! The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
I'm gonna say I got that.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Sakura wanted to create the locked room. I love that gives you the option just to blame Byakuya right the last
mystery
second.
was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
I said that.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
I've never noticed. I wasn't going to mention this, but I didn't know that. I've never noticed she was that thin. It's like she's got like an hourglass figure, and I didn't realise it was quite that hourglassy because she's never had this much focus on the scenes before. Basically, I've never seen her waist without a big white line on.
You did it to throw off the investigation.
I was trying not to
you?
mention it. I was like, I don't mention that. It's just. But I did.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead.
And I was really suspicious of that scene.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
She loves checking bodies, dead ones especially.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept.
Okay, so what it's going to do, because we're on 4 layers, and I'm going to call it now, 5 layers deep would be ridiculous. However, we've not seen it loop yet. So you have person A, person B, person C, and then it reveals that it's person A again. So yeah. We also don't have main character killing anyone, because he's a choice, and somebody long dead killing someone, which... Junko was killed unceremoniously, off screen. No, well, not off screen. By like, because she attacked. She was definitely dead though. I don't know. The problem is, I've seen like, because of sort of internet osmosis, I knew the Junko existed. I didn't know anything about her. I didn't know she was a fashionista, but I knew there was a character that looked like that called Junko. And I've got to... Why? Why does the internet know who Junko is? A person who dies 5 minutes into the first game. Not even by a murder. By the goddamn bear. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with this case, but I'm just thinking about future cases and how the meta works for it.
There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Well, she's dead, huh? Yeah.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
Yeah. I'm claiming it as a victory because of this. Because I said either Hina killed her or Sakura killed herself working with Hina. But in both those cases they would have been working together, and they presented the Hina murder case as Hina seeing an opportunity, which I never guessed. I never guessed that she saw the opportunity to murder. I guessed that they were working together, which isn't true, but is closer to the truth than what the Hina killer thing is. So I'm taking it as a victory. I did say suicide. I put it as an option before even the case trial.
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No!
Oh, you're too pure for this world.
No! No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
What? Oh yes, of course. So there'll be no face this time. Tucker got to the rec room and hid somewhere. There's got a lot of these. The blood from the head wound. That would have been gross. She wasn't even dead at that point. She just... The point Tucker was in the locker. Came out the locker. Hang on, where does this go? Right. What actually killed Sakura came from the chem lab, right? There's something on the floor near Sakura's body which someone grabbed.
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura.
By the way, her holding Toko is quite adorable. It's really sad.
And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Oops.
Here's exactly what happened. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort?
Why did the ghost person need boobs?
Was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case.
This is what I mean by the white line.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
But was also quite willing to let two other people. Yeah.
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Oh, a couple of bees there. Nice!
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What's a mistrial?
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how this works.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, I thought it was going to do a thing. Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth. Huh, I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try and cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to life, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you, why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died It's because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to
couldn't let
die!
her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. But we all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand. Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this, it's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. They'll gang up on you at once, even you. Please don't think things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Aww, that makes it really sad that they all attacked her. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you had just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to us all. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings when you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
I'm standing there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you. You wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right there, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
So glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw someone had been taking some from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating us all. I wanted to free her of those regrets, but even that got out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I can never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt you right after you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taken so long! I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was thinking when she died?
What is this?
Yeah, this is a good point. What did you say? Everything you said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what a suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true!
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
Then... You lied to me.
Unbelievable!
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. And I thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case... Why would you tell him now, though? Because this is just... The case played out between you and you alone. You're the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all a part of the production process, okay? And scene cut!
And?
So then, what did you write in a real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. John's voice, isn't it?
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on!
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed!
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I have to tell you it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish. Yes, this is me doing Monokuma doing Sakura's voice.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first sight, a first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the
And
mastermind.
what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forwards. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching every fight with such despair, trying to desperately stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything...
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
And that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
Because hates all the world has ever seen late. Sorry, I promise to never quote Fred Test again. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, it's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I'm told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Aww. Why would the bear reveal this though? Because this is a kind thing to do from the bear's perspective. Making everyone think that Sakura hated them in her last moments is cruel. And he did that to be cruel. So why has he done them this kindness afterwards? I've never had people in my life... Like, I understand the idea of being cruel just to make Aoi mess with the results, but... like, why change? I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
Damn it. The reason I didn't tell you any of this, because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't stay sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, I can keep you from killing each other. If I can do that, it's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. So I'm sorry to have to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest of you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. Toko's a serial killer though, so she's sort of a lost cause. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand while I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions, not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. You just gave her death purpose, like by reading the note. In fact, it's because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly hit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work with each other. Also, Byakuya is in the group as well.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
Don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh-hoo.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you. And nobody else. That's all that comes.
What? What
The
do
heck?
you want?
That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's
myself.
no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on in here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does that mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. That's what you're thinking. Wherever the master goes, I go! And wherever the mastermind turns out to be a guy... What? Wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone...
Hey,
Well, now you can say Sakura's death. Can you say Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
The heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to
It's
punish
the
you
moment
guys?
you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong!
Oh, heavens no! Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't just sub in whatever. Doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever else doing I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule. What?
Listen up!
But I spent too much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
For my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Excavator Destroyer. Hey. You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew!
That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for a post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts. I was going to say, no, laptop, but I actually established that Alter Ego got tickled. So Alter Ego presumably can feel pain. You might think I'm just inhuman AI, but it's true, so it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Then anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is that what you call animalism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, you got in my way. You were trying to find out things all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were all using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew when you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was... I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. The sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life, and for that he was killed. Yeah, punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who died so far, for the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they will make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, that was weird. Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript. Oh my word. I'll keep going.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's one thing I'd really like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What a clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy! That was a close one! Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory!
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What?
You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I never let you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last landing note! And just let me say this to the mastermind. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know. Maybe take some time to reconsider how to approach this school life of yours. I'm really sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was it all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us. Or copied you. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try and leave the school, the sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies. In a Rutger Hauer film called Wedlock, which no one's seen, and comics and stuff. So it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful thinking about that. In fact, that's not a bomb, that's a neck collar bomb, but still. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So the class trial's over and Monokuma is gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there, other than to head back up? Oh yeah! Okay, let's get out of here. But, Hina must feel responsible. Dial back the ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try... That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag? What?
No, 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 no!
I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, a bit more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master! You're making me jealous! I want to abuse, give and take me! I want the abuse. I guess it's not easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Okay, we went a little bit over time there, but... And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long night snuck up on us. I just want to... Let me save, game. Could you just let me save, please?
This is as soon. Okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen to such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Okay. I'll wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from a deep slumber into a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
yes, it's me.
Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Can I save my game, please, game? In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I came to wake you up. Am I going to have to cut this in two again? Wait, but my door was unlocked. You are unbelievably careless. It was unlocked, are you serious?
Hey.
You don't have to overreact like that. Every time you surprise that. So green is unknown time. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Well, we'll find out in the next episode, because I'm going to save and let you go. I've been John Foxy until a general rest. Only 10 minutes overtime, it's fine. I've been having a Danganronpa trigger-happy Havoc adventure. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.